Listen, if you expect a bull market to begin anytime soon, you are literally living in fairyland, because the crypto market in 2023 is going to be an incredibly boring space, and it's going to bore the living hell out of you, to be quite honest. And if you are not mentally prepared for 365 days, give or take, of slow, boring, sideways price action where not much is going to be happening, then it is going to be a very difficult experience for you. Now, the boring times are where the most money is made, because this is where most people are going to drop off, because the tourists who come during the bull market, who think they're going to make the big bucks, don't realize that they're buying a coin like Matic or Solana or whatever it is at a price that is 1,000 times higher than the person who bought the coin when the market was boring, sideways, not doing anything, which is us, the people right now who are sticking around. So I'm going to be explaining to you the exact step-by-step process that I recommend following in order to maximize your profits from the 2023 bear market. And so, as I just said before, crypto 2023 is an accumulation year. And what I mean by this is that 2023, don't expect much to happen because so many people in crypto have been burnt. Whales, half the whales in crypto have been blown up and gone bankrupt. One of the biggest exchanges in crypto has died, and many others are on the brink of bankruptcy as well. Reputations have been ruined of some of the people who had the highest reputations in crypto. Big investment funds, so many of those have been blown up and bankrupt. So many of them kept their money on FTX, and now they can't even access their funds. The crypto space has a really bad reputation now, and it's going to take quite a lot of development and adoption and genuine use case in order for people to change their opinions on crypto. And I feel like that's going to be what 2023 is about. It's not going to be a big bull market year. It's going to be an accumulation year, meaning that the tourists have gone and only the true die-hard crypto fans are still in the crypto space. But this is where the money's made. The money is made from being the person who stays in crypto when everyone else has left, where all the people who got bored because the bull market ended have gone. And this is where you get the lowest prices and you make the highest returns in crypto. Because when the bull market comes back, you're going to be selling your bags for 100x to some tourist who comes into crypto because they see there's easy money to be made. That is what you're going to be doing if you follow the steps that I'm going to be outlining in this video. So now that we know that 2023 is going to be a very boring year, I want you to imagine something. So you have 300 days until the bull market begins. What do you do with that time? How much can you get done with 300 days? Like, genuinely imagine to yourself if you had 300 days to basically make money, build your skills up, and prepare yourself for another bull run. 300 entire days, what could you get done? Let me give you some questions to ask yourself. How much money could you pull together if you had 300 days? How good at a certain skill, at a certain job, at trading, at investing? How good could you get at these things with 300 days? Or how much depth of research could you conduct if you had an entire year to research projects? Like, how deep could your knowledge be of the NFT space if you had 300 entire days? It's a really good way to view things, because the way we view crypto is a day-by-day basis. Every day you're like worried about buying the bottom, when in reality it's probably going to be another 300 days, give or take, of slow, boring, sideways action. And if you have this perspective in your mind, it gives you the ability to see forward and plan ahead, and it makes you patient, right? Okay, so I've actually got quite a while before I need to be worried about building this big position, so let me have a long-term outlook on my life and view things from a long-term perspective, which is the best way to look at things anyway. You shouldn't be focused on short-term, looking where you can make the quick money. You should be focused on what's going to make you the money in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now. That's how you do really well in life in general. And so if I gave myself 300 days to accumulate crypto before the bull market began, this is the exact steps that I would follow. So I would figure out, firstly, how to make as much money as possible. Before the 300 days is up, how am I going to have as much fucking money in my bank account as possible that I can put into crypto? That's the first question. So what side hustles am I going to do? What job am I going to work? What am I going to do trading? Like, what skills am I going to learn? All these different things. The second thing that I would be doing is creating a 300-day accumulation strategy. So I've got 300 days to buy the crypto that I want before the bull run takes off, basically to build my moon bag positions. So what is my strategy to buy? Am I just going to buy every single day? Am I going to buy when the price is at a certain level that's low enough to buy? What am I going to actually be doing? So what I would be doing is using my hunter algorithms. I talk about this in every video pretty much, but again, if you haven't seen this video before, you'll see a photo of them on the screen. That's how I would be determining where to buy. And so the third thing that I'd be doing is I'd be spending hours researching a top list of 5, 10, 7, 8 projects that I'd be looking to buy during the bear market as well. And so a lot of people will tell you, yeah, just learn a high income skill and make a business online. And you'll go, well, what do you mean? Like, what does that even mean? Like, what business? What are you referring to? So let me give you a genuine example of what skill I would be learning, what income source I'd be doing in order to make the money to buy during this 300-day period. So the skill that I'd be learning is sales, and not just any sales. It would be high ticket sales as the goal of what job I'd be wanting to get, what income source I'd be wanting to get. And so to explain this, I'm going to be explaining from day 0 to day 300 of what I'm going to be doing on each day in order to make as much money as possible, basically. So from day 0 to 20, what I'm going to be doing is getting a sales job. Any sales job. It could be solar sales, could be tech sales, could be door-to-door sales, could be maybe even telemarketing, just any sales job that's going to teach me how to sell something to another person. Now, from day 20 to 50, I'm going to be focusing on volume and learning and becoming a sales messiah. So now that I've got a sales job, it's been 20 days. 20 days is more than enough time to get a sales job. I'm going to be spending 1 month learning as much about sales as possible, not from reading books, not from watching fucking YouTube videos, just from doing as many sales as possible, as many calls, as many text messages, whatever the sales method is, just getting the reps in, getting the volume in. And so from day 50 to day 80, I'm going to be applying for remote appointment setting gigs, part-time or full-time. So appointment setting gigs is basically a person who is paid to book appointments for a high ticket closer of a product, basically. So let's imagine I'm a business owner. I sell a $5,000 fitness coaching program, and I hop on a call with potential clients in order to sell them. I will hire an appointment setter to book calls for me to take to sell the clients, basically. And so the appointment setter takes calls as well with the clients, like a 10-minute call, to book them in for another call with the business owner for a 30 to 60-minute call, basically. And so I'd be applying for gigs like that to basically get my foot in the door of the high ticket sales industry. And so that'd be for 30 days. And then from day 80 to day 150, I would be continuing to refine my sales skills in the appointment setting gig that I get. So I'd give myself 30 days to get an appointment setting gig, and then I'm giving myself about 70 days to refine my skills of appointment setting, building rapport with the business owner, all that sort of stuff. And so from day 150, I would be applying for high ticket sales positions. So these jobs can earn you from pretty much anywhere from 10 to 30K a month. Some people make a bit more, like 50K a month, but generally it's 10 to 30K a month. And so I'd be applying for those sort of positions everywhere, just applying everywhere and using my appointment setting experience in order to get the high ticket sales job. And so once I've got this high ticket sales job, it's day 150. I've 150 days of sales work I've done. So that's about 5-6 months, right? I would be basically working this high ticket sales job for the remainder of the 150 days. And I'd be trying to make as much money as possible, just working as many hours, making as much money from selling people as possible. And also, as well as making as much money, I'd be spending as little as possible. I don't talk much about spending because it's sort of straightforward, but just don't spend much money. Just don't buy any dumb things. And so along this 300 days, obviously I'm going to be building my investment approach, when I'm going to be buying, how much, etc. And obviously determining what I'm buying, doing research on projects, all that sort of stuff, right? And so by the end of this, what you should have is 10 to 30K a month in income, 50 to 100K invested in crypto, because you had the 150 days of high ticket sales work. And then you should also have a straightforward system that takes the guesswork out of your investing. So the method of you, when you're going to buy and all that sort of stuff, and a list of the top projects you'll be accumulating for 2023. With these 4 things, you are set. This is literally everything you need to become a millionaire from the bear market. If you have a good income, if you have enough money from this income to buy a good chunk of crypto, if you have a good approach of when to buy, and if you know good projects to buy, you have literally everything you need to make millions of dollars from crypto during the bear market. That you have everything. And the beauty of this way of approaching things, of the 300-day approach, is it stops you panicking about missing the bottom. It stops you from staring at charts all day, because the thing is, when you view it day by day, trying to guess what's going to happen every day, you just stare at the fucking charts all day. You spend like 2 hours looking at the Bitcoin chart. Oh, let's look at Solana. Let's look at Matic. Let's look at BNB. It's a waste of time. It also stops you from spending money on dumb things. So if you view things from the perspective of, I have 300 days to buy the bottom, you're going to spend less money on dumb things, because you know that every dollar that you spend on that Gucci bag, on eating out at this really, really overly expensive restaurant, that car that you didn't need, all these purchases are dollars that you could have put into crypto during the bear market. And so the thing that this does as well, if you focus your time on researching new projects, this is going to stop you from buying old coins like XRP and LTC, like Litecoin and stuff, and EOS, or any old project that's existed for like 3 years minimum. It's going to stop you from doing this because you're going to be spending so much time researching new projects, researching new industries, that you're going to find all these new amazing projects to put your money into. And so again, if you follow this, there's absolutely nothing stopping you from becoming a millionaire during this bear market. This is the best, highest probability path to make $1 million from crypto. It's very similar to what I talked about in the 4 steps to become a millionaire video, but it's more so applicable to the bear market and how to approach a bear market. And so the system that I mentioned before about the Hunter algorithms, you'll find that in the description below if you're interested. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.